All right, I want to welcome you into the Red Star Belgrade versus Dorćol matchup right here in beautiful Serbia, and I'm super excited to talk about this game today and to watch this one. It's a gorgeous, crisp day. You're getting ready to get underway. We've got two teams, the red and white going to be Red Star Belgrade, Dorćol over on the in blue on the other side coming at them. And we're going to go into this first tackle. You know, like I said, coming to you from Belgrade, Serbia, unbelievable just time in the sport of rugby league. You're looking at one of the nations that really is on the forefront of trying to build something special, and I'm excited to be here today to talk all about it. As you watch this game, as Sam Herron and a couple of the other players get a hold of them from the Red Star side, I will be letting you know what the Red Star Belgrade starting 13 is and how you can look at seeing them get on today in the game. As they work their way forward, Dorćol, just so you guys know, before we get into those lineups, Dorćol, the team in blue, is one of those traditional teams from Belgrade, and then Red Star is as well. However, Red Star's really come of age. Like the last little bit, they're starting to come into their own. They're really starting to develop the game of rugby league here in Serbia and the Balkan Super League and push it forward. They're making this country become a rugby league first country, and that's incredible. As the first set of six downs for those Americans who are following along, they switch it over, so now Red Star has it, and that's going to be the first run-up for them. Let's go through the roster as they go through their first set right here. Milos Zagovic is one of the national team players. He's going to be sitting in that fullback position. On the wings, you're going to have Vuk Strabak, and you're going to have Rajko Trifunovic, another national team player for Serbia. And Dedic is going to send that ball. He is playing in the dummy half role, that hooker position today, wearing the number 9. He just passed that ball out as they worked through this set. And he is another national team player. Sitting in those centers as the ball moves out to the right side, sitting as the centers, Denis Sinjak and Singaj and Petar Milanovic. Those are going to be your number 3 and your number 4, respectively. And the ball gets moved over to the left side of the field. They swing it back across. Now they're open the field, and they're outrunning one of those centers right there. That is Milanovic. And he tries to offload the ball. This is the first set. It's looking really good so far. We're going to pause right there on the starting lineup as the ball does get moved around. Gets worked right through by Jack O'Brien. We'll get to him in a second. Sam Herron looks like he's going to be over for the trot. No, the ball comes out. The balls come out right there, just inches away from scoring early on in the first set right there. That would have been incredible. Back to these starting lineups, Jack O'Brien and Stefan Nikolic are going to be sitting in that 6 and 7 role today for Red Star Belgrade. Jack O'Brien being one of the Aussies coming over, and a little bit of that international flavor coming over here to Serbia. You're going to have Slobodan Milinkovic and Slobodan Manak that are going to be sitting in the 8 and 10 positions. They'll be wearing those jerseys today for those prop forwards. And I already called Vladislav Dedic earlier, the national team dummy half. You're going to see him, there he is right there, sticking his head in there all day defensively and offensively. I look to see a lot out of him, see if he can control the pace of the game. Velibor Srekovic and Nikola Juric are going to be sitting in the second row, and they'll be pulling those jerseys over top of their head, representing Red Star Belgrade, doing their absolute best to cause havoc against Dorćol. And Sam Herron, who's from Scotland, is going to be wearing that number 13, Fear the Beard. You'll see a lot from him today. I'm really excited as Dorćol puts the ball up, and they've moved on from their second set. And no, they got a hold of the ball. Nope, it looked like it came off of them. They didn't call it yet. I'm kind of shocked they did. I didn't hear a whistle. All right, I didn't hear a whistle. My mistake on that. But yeah, so they did get it. Basically, it came up and bounced right off the player. It should have gone to Red Star Belgrade, and it did. In those interchanges today, Monte Gaddis, an American. There's another one of those international flavor kind of players. You're going to see him today. Elijah Kirstich, one of the guys who you have to think will feature on the national team at some point. He's a young, really good young rugby league player in that Belgrade system. And they're off and running again. They're breaking right through. Let's see what they get. That is Milinkovic right there. Good job. They're trying to get this quick play of the ball. They're not going to get it. The ref's going to call it. He's going to give that ball to them, and that's going to give them a new set of downs. So as the Americans here, or as you hear me, you're gonna notice I call them a set of 6 or a set of downs or whatever. So for the Americans, let me round out those last two names: Peter Pavlovich and Nenad Sujic. are going to be your other interchange players. So you'll hear today, you're going to hear me give a little bit of that American sound to it. You're going to hear a little bit of the traditional rugby league calls from me as well. Really what it comes down to is we have Americans that are learning the game and they want to be a part of this, and I want them to know what's going on. So same thing as in American football. You'll notice whenever they punt essentially after 6 downs, it's field position. They didn't get the score. So obviously 4 downs and you have to get a first down in football. Well, 6 downs and you have to score here in rugby league. So it really keeps the game open, and it just keeps the game going back and forth so both sides get a hold of the ball, and it's not sitting with one side playing a slow strategic style game like you would get in, say, rugby union. Make another good tackle. That's Dedic again, wearing that number 9. I really do look to see a lot from him today. Dorćol moves that ball over to the right side. Sam Herron, like I said, Fear the Beard, he's in there with another tackler. I believe that is Dennis Singaj, yeah. We go into this. So you'll notice like right there, he gets up, puts the ball, rolls it underneath his foot. That's basically like snapping the ball in American football, and they keep going. You see the defense retreating. They have to retreat 10 yards, 10 meters, however you want to say it. And then they have to come forward. That really allows the game to get, just to get open. It really allows it to become an expansive game of rugby league, and that is what you want to see. There's another one of those punts down the field that didn't seem to be a great one, but they are able to collect that. Red Star Belgrade is going to come forward. Let's see what they can do. So they got out early. And Nikolic takes that ball, sends it over to the left side. They come right back in and attack, and I believe that was Strabak on that play right there. Here we go. Yeah, you'll notice, though, Red Star really plays an open, expansive style of play. They have a good, open flavor. You can see them pound down the middle. You'll see some good line breaks because they know how to equalize that. As Manak brings the ball forward, you'll notice they can go to the middle. They can go to the outside. They can go quick. They can counter. They can slow it down. They can do whatever they need to. They really are an impressive side. Jack O'Brien trying to show something, trying to get through. Offloads that ball. Milinkovic goes forward and then gets tackled. Nikolic looked like he was going to get one through. Let it play out there. Dorćol brings it back. They break loose. Breaks a couple tackles before they finally take him down. Just outside of 20 meters, probably around 25 meters out. For those of you, basically 20 meters is kind of like that red zone kind of concept. So anytime they get inside of there, that's what you'll be looking. That's where it really gets hard to score, but that's where you want to be to try to score. Dorćol taking the ball forward. They've continued to get over halfway. They haven't gone deep into Red Star territory. Looked like he put that ball on the deck, but I guess not. But they haven't been able to get deep into Red Star territory. They are getting over that halfway line. Meanwhile, Red Star's taking the ball down the field. They're really digging deep into that territory that works on the defense, and it also sets your defense up. So the farther you can get down in there when you turn that ball over, you're really starting to get that field position and field possession, and those are important. Dorćol trying to come forward. It's a good tackle right there by Red Star Belgrade. Got a turnover right there on downs. Red Star bringing it forward. Going into the tackle again. Dedic picks it up, goes to the left, makes a tackle, pushes another guy down. Heisman stiff. There you go. It's a good movie. A little bit of extra right there, but that's okay. Jack O'Brien takes advantage and gets out loose, makes the pass. We got the first try of the day. There we go. It's a great job. That's a great job by Red Star Belgrade. So far you've seen them come down the field a couple of times, be able to push and press against that Dorćol defensive back line, and this time they're able to show what they can do. So they are able to score on the play right there. It's a great job showing that running rugby league style that I talked about. We've seen a couple of the backs feature. They've been the ones who've really kind of gotten after it. just like that, they've got the lead. Now, you'll notice Dorćol, they seem to have more of a push through the middle, kind of that traditional rugby league style in the sense of if we can control in between the hashes, we can control the game, and that's what they're going to go for. Red Star is going to try to go equally balanced. Like, if you take our middle away, we'll try to go to the outside. If you take our outside away, we'll go to the middle. All right, so we have the conversion. So far, we are about 10 minutes into the game. We've got sitting on a 6-0 score in favor of Red Star, and let's see what we get from here. So as they're going to bring the ball forward, it's kind of that old school basketball growing up in the States, make it, take it kind of thing. So Dorćol is going to kick off to Red Star Belgrade, and we'll see what we get here. So I'll be interested to see, do the Spiders come back? Do they get the ball once they start to gain possession? Do they push forward and grind that middle like we talked about? They are sort of set up to, like, their style of play, their style of player is set up to go into that middle. Red Star Belgrade, like I said, balanced, and I want to see. If I were going to say, obviously that 1, 6, 7, 9, 13, that backbone, that spine of a team matters. I would say if they can get Sam Heron rolling, that would be really good for the outside. Just like obviously if they get the outsides, it's the inside. But I think you got to work that inside break, get some line breaks, and really start to give him some attention. As he steps out the back, that is not good. Red Star Belgrade steps out the back of the try zone right off the kickoff. So because of that, they're going to have to take the ball underneath the sticks. They're going to have to drop kick it out. Dorćol is going to have good field position. So that was not what you want to do on a restart, especially after you score. You want to keep that momentum going. Ball's trapped down, picked up by Dorćol, runs right into the teeth of defense. It wasn't a great dropout right there by Dedic. Ball comes to the right side. Going to try to equal up that score as they start to dig into that red zone area, about 20 meters out. Oh, and a critical mistake, drops the ball. It's a knock-on. You cannot drop the ball forward, straight down, or any of that kind of stuff. So you can't drop the ball forward, or it's a turnover, basically. So it's a penalty. The other team's going to scrum down right here. They're going to get in that pack, and they're going to get the play going. Nikolic, wearing that number 7, is going to be the one that's going to set up to pass that ball out. Let's see what we get. Picks the ball up. Dedic goes to that left side. They're going to try them, see what they can get. Dedic swings that ball out to the right side. Jack O'Brien's out there trying to get him to flow it around a little bit. Gets into one of the forwards. He's going to put it down. So they're still inside those hashes. Dedic comes back to the right side again. He's got Nikolic is going to go out. Wow, they put the ball on the deck. They're going to pick it up and play the advantage. Basically, play is going to free flow, so they're going to allow it to continue on. First tackle made. Quick enough play of the ball. Let's see what they get. Hooker looks like he's got a little bit of an ability to. Sorry, not the hooker. It's actually the wing sitting there for Dorćol. But their hooker does seem like he has a good set of feet on him to where he can kind of cut back and forth. We'll have to watch that as the game goes on. Red Star with a host of tacklers in there. And the ball comes out to that right side again. Sam Heron and a host of boys are in on the tackle. Looks like Nikolai Juric is one of them. Pick up, trying to break loose. He's just quick enough, they'll have to keep the defense honest right around the ruck. Goes into the tackle, trying to make something out of it. He's going to get about 5 meters out. They're really starting to go heavy to that left side on Dorćol. Here we go. Picks it up, cuts it back. That's a great move. Did he skip the score? Still waiting, contemplating, waiting. and he calls it. That's a try by Dorćol, by the hooker. We just talked about how he can really move. He seems to have like a good set of feet on him right there, and he definitely does right there. Not two left feet. He's got a right, he's got a left. He faked left, went right, and they were able to put the points on the board. That's a good job. So they're going to try to even this score up with the extra points, if you will, the conversion, and that's what they're going to go for. So far, Red Star Belgrade, they came out. They've had more of the good field position, more possession necessarily this early in the game. You can't really say it's going one way or another. But when I watch it, I see that Red Star looks like the team came out the gates faster and looked better. But Dorćol evens the score up if they can get this conversion. Again, that was a good job. He let his team sit up heavy on the opposite side of the field, and then once he did that, he was able to cut back into his right. Sorry, kind of just went space there for just a second. Puts it through, evens it up. That beautiful Serbian backdrop that you see there, I absolutely love that. It's a beautiful day, it's beautiful. You can tell it's just enough crisp, just enough sun, just enough of everything to make it the perfect picturesque rugby league day to get out, run around on the grounds, and really have a lot of fun. Dedic is going to take this kickoff. He's going to try to put it out or put it back deep, and they're going to see if they can get back to what they were doing, where they were keeping the ball deep into Dorćol territory and not allowing them to get out and do what they want to do. It's a good job. It was a bobble by the forward, but he was able to hold on to the ball. A couple of backs in there on that tackle. It's a good run right at it. They're able to take him down. That is definitely a good contact there. Ball comes out to the right side. Tested again. He just puts the shoulder down and just runs forward. And Sam Herron is one of the individuals in there to take him down. The ball goes back out. The ball's behind him. Slows him down a little bit. That's a good tackle right there. Ball goes out. Pressure on him, but he gets rid of that kick. Gets it decently far back. It's about as far back as they've been able to go. They're going to bring it out again. Oh, that's a nice bump off by the wing. That's a nice bump off. One of the interchanges for Dorćol comes in. Set on him a little bit too long, but that was a good bump off. And now we are open. Let's see what we get. Srećković, I'm really excited to see Srećković. He's another one of those guys. He's got that athletic build. He seems like somebody that can get out and run as a forward, that can really wreak some havoc, so make some line breaks. So here we go. Nikolic is out right there at the halfway line. Dedic brings that ball over to the left side. He's got Jack O'Brien on the run. Ball slapped down. Ball's on the ground. Monte Gaddis, one of the interchanges. The American comes in. The American gridiron star. Played football at Towson University. Played over in Poland, actually, as well. And he's just got some experience a little bit in the American gridiron. He's come over to Rugby League. A tryout with the Toronto Wolfpack, the rather new team in Rugby League. First North American-based European club, if you will. So he had a tryout with them. Did not work out, but he still had a great time. And then he comes over, and when he does, he gets a chance with Shawcross. And now here he is in Red Star Belgrade playing, enjoying the Serbian countryside, and just seeing what he can do inside the sport. His body, his build, it is that American linebacker, that a football player style. So I'll be very interested to see how he does today now that he's in the game. Dorćol's going to get that new set of 6. They're going to have that in a good position. And let's see what they get. That's good field position right here. So they should be able to try to make something out of it. Red Star obviously is going to want to try to hold tight. Looks like they've just kind of inched down the field a little bit. Goes into that one, and Monte Gaddis meets him right there. Monte and Jack both meet him, and they just said, "Hello, how you doing?" We decided. Oh, he loses the ball. Loses the ball. He didn't do a good job right there. As he stood up, he just kind of, as he stood up, he didn't have control of that ball. Didn't put it down. So you'll notice when you get tackled by 2 or more players, those guys cannot strip you of the ball. If it's one-on-one, they can strip you. The one little caveat to that is, as you're getting up and you're holding on to the ball, you have to hold on the entire time, set the ball down, put it underneath the foot, roll it backwards kind of thing, so it can't just be dropped down onto the floor. Ball goes out. Monte Gaddis on the right side. Breaks a tackler. Breaks a couple tacklers before they finally get him down. A little bit of about a 5-meter game. Dedge takes that ball, sends it out the right side. Continues to move out. Sam Herron on the line break. Look at that. Right through, finds the gap. That's a great job. That's a decent pickup. They're going to try to get that, play the ball out and go really quick if they can. Able to get out. I thought he was going to be held in there, but just a little bit of a Kalen Ponga status, if you will, being able to get out, showing a little bit of niftiness. The nimble feet inside the try zone as they pick him up to take him back. They're not going to do that, but they're going to bring him, let him come back out, set the ball down, and keep going. Oh, that's a good bump off. Somebody went in there not really sure if he wanted to tackle, and he apparently didn't. And then that guy apparently did not want to run, so he threw the ball down. What was he doing there? Monte Gaddis recovers that ball. Let's see what we get. Nikolic is going to look to pull that ball, put that ball into play out of this scrum. What do we got here? I like this setup. You have Dedic, the national team player. He's going to sit in the back of this scrum. You're going to have Nikolic put the ball in. He's going to give it off to Dedic. Dedic is going to go to the Aussie. There, he's got the American on the run. Nope, he switches over to the Scotsman. He's got it through, and he's got the score. Touches it down. That's a try. That's a great job. Red Star Belgrade now in the lead. So the score was tied 6-6. Now the score is 10-6 in favor of Red Star Belgrade. The conversion to come. Look at that. That was a great setup and a great play. What you saw coming out of that scrum was a great job. So you'll notice that as he came out of that, Jack O'Brien gets that ball, and he's got Monte Gaddis coming on an inside run. He's able to give that dummy pass and continue on. Sam Herron splits the defense. They got confused. They didn't know where they wanted to be. He's able to spread them out just wide enough, get to the outside shoulder, and make that gap and run right through. And he's not an easy body, and he's got some decent speed to him that he's able to make it work, and that's exactly what just happened. So conversion to come, but right now Red Star Belgrade, sitting here in Belgrade, Serbia, is looking like they're out for some, like I said before, some running rugby league, and they're really going to try to keep the game wide open. So we get the conversion, and we are sitting on 12-6 for a score now in favor of Red Star Belgrade as they line up to get the ball again, see if they can do some more damage. Sorry, I misspoke. I said it like he already made it. I tried to predict the future. If I get it right, then I'm a genius. But Zagovic right here is going to line up that national team, Serbian national team player. So I said he already made it. He didn't make it yet, but something tells me he's going to get it from this angle. Make it 12-6. And he does get it, so I look like Nostradamus. As we set up for the kickoff, look at that beautiful backdrop, the rolling hills, the perfect day. Rugby league, what could be better? Serbia, like I said earlier, there's a couple of countries where rugby league is the predominant sport. PNG, that is a national sport. Australia, it's a dominant sport. But Serbia is one of those countries where rugby league is bigger than rugby union, and that's impressive. I love that. So we're going to see what we get here, but I got to tell you, to watch a game, to be an American talking about rugby league and talking about it in Serbia with Australians and Scotsmen and Americans and Serbians, obviously, and other European-based players, I think this is incredible for the game's growth. Speaking of growth, as the lead grows just a little bit, Red Star is going to hope to try to expand that lead beyond 12-6 to try to give themselves even more. And never mind, they were not going to alleviate any pressure that close back because they just put it back on themselves with a fumble and a bumble of the ball. And now Dorćol's going to be in their new set of downs right here. Pick it up, go to the left side. 2 tackles in, they're already about 5 meters out. Just a couple meters out now. Tackles down. Doesn't fake it this time. Puts it out to the left side. Let's see if it's going to go in. It looks like he's going to get over the line. No, he's just short. Just short. So this is going to continue on with the play. It's good, strong defense by Red Star. What are they going to do here? Ball pops out. Goes to the right. Ooh, that's a good hit by the American Monte Gaddis. All over him right there. Just got in on him right there. It's a good hit. Ball's put on the deck, and Red Star escapes again. That ball's going to be picked up. Monte Gaddis trying to get him a little bit of a gap. There you go. Gets about 10 meters on that. So he makes a hell of a play right there at the goal line. A good stick. A molik, as my coach used to say growing up in gridiron. And now they're coming back inside. And that was Strekovic, sorry, I apologize, taking that ball forward. He's somebody, again, like I said, I'm very interested to see him and Sam Herron. There we go. We already know what Sam's capable of, the Scotsman, and let's see what we get. Oh, I dropped it. Yeah, Sam Herron dropped the ball. As he was getting up, he put the ball on the deck. Not something you're going to see a lot of. Not a lot of mistakes come out of Sam Herron. He's had a really good game so far. He's been productive and impressive. Not what he wanted. Ball's out to the left side. Dorćol going forward. Did he just drop the ball? You got it taken away from him. They're going to call it and say there were too many guys in this. So like I talked about earlier, there were a couple of guys, and because of that, they stripped them and they weren't allowed to do that. So the ball's going to go to Dorćol right here. They're going to get the play underway. That's a penalty, so they get a set of downs over again, and that's going to be big. I don't know what just happened. Everybody stopped on the play. Ball goes out to the left side again. Wrap up right there, taking them down. Pressure's back on. Red Stars come out. They do look like the better team overall, but they'll make a couple mistakes. It gives Dorćol the ball, but then Dorćol come back with their own mistake to not allow themselves to get back in scoring position. Goes into that wall, that red wall. The red with the white sash across the body. Another good tackle right there. There's one thing I do know, it's that the American gridiron athlete, Monte Gaddis, is showing that they know how to tackle. They know what they're doing. Dorćol with another mistake inside of 10 meters away. You don't win rugby league games. You don't win any game with turnovers in any sport, and you're not going to do it here if you're doing that in rugby league. You know, they're only down 12-6, but that's probably, that could be 12 points, 18 points they've left on the field because they haven't been able to hold on to the ball. Hawks on the left side. Strekovic, breaks the tackle. Looks to find somebody for help. Nope, he's just going to keep running. Just going to keep running. That's a great job. That's about a 50-meter gain right there. What a great job. We're going to call him Shrek right there because Shrekovich just absolutely just powered it over. Looked like the Green Monster just took over. Now Jack O'Brien's out and running. Ball's passed out to the left side. Ball's passed out to the left side even more. And we got a try on the wing. What a great job. Milanovic with a great score right there, showing what they can do. This is what we talked about earlier. They can pound in the middle. They showed that on this play. They showed out of the scrum. They have a good setup. Shrekovich takes the ball, gains 50 meters by himself. Looked to pass a couple times, didn't need to. Nobody wanted to seem to agree to tackle him, so he kept agreeing to running. As he gets out, he's able to get that ball. He gets tackled. They get a good quick play of the ball. Ball gets out to Jack O'Brien. He makes a decent gain, makes a solid pass out, and it goes from the halves into the centers, into the wing, or out to the wings, and that is how you play the game. That is a fun style and a fun brand of rugby league to watch. If we can get this, we're looking at 18-6 on the score as Dedic looks to line it up and see if he can put it over. This is a challenging angle. He got it. This is a great kick. He got it. So 18-6 on the scoreboard. Red Star Belgrade has looked really, really good. Dorćol is really trying to stick with their game plan. So their game plan is the down the middle, inside the hashes, try to see if they can grind out the positioning and then eventually score. The only problem with that style right now is that Red Star is absorbing what they're giving them defensively, taking it on, and then they're punishing them when needed. And that's what they're doing. So 18-6 right now, they have that lead, and you have to think if they're able to get any more scores before halftime, as we're getting, we're nearing it. You have to think if they get any more, that could really put them out of reach of Dorćol for the game. You can hear the kids. They're all excited. They're all happy to be here. A beautiful day for the game and a beautiful game in general. That's a good high kickoff right there. Some hang time. Now Red Star comes back out. Let's see what they get off of that score. This could put the nail in the coffin right before halftime if they're able to do something in this next little bit. Dedic takes that ball, goes over to Monte Gaddis. Looked like he kind of tripped as he went to try to avoid that tackle. 2 in on the set of 6. Ball comes back to the right side. Another solid game. 3 tackles down. Ball gets moved out to the right side. Oh, Sam Herron puts the ball down. They blow the whistle dead. He's going to give that ball. It looked like it hit him and came off, went backwards. But nonetheless, it still was a. I think he called the obstruction right there. So. It's going to be a scrum down to Dorćol. They're going to try to get some points back. See if they can get some before halftime gets underway. Scrum down, here we go. Ball's put into play. Picked up, taken to the left side. Not before they get a hold of them. They get there really quick. Does a good job by Nikolic that was able to get a hold of them. Ooh. Both of them met with an abrupt ending. Goes in, another good tackle. Host the tacklers, if you will. He's going to call play dead. That's uncalled for. It must have been a bad ball or something like that. Nobody seemed to complain on that one. What's going on? One of the defense set before he starts it back. And now the ball's played out to the left side. Runs right into Sam Herron. Runs right into Slobodan Milinkovic. And they take him down. Ball's picked up by the scrum half again. Ooh, breaks some ankles before he's taken down. Ball goes out the left side. Looks like he's going to get over the line. No, they didn't get over the line. He's going to be slightly short. Let's see if they can hold that defensive line again or if they're going to be able to get in this time. Been some good hits that's held him short. Going to be up over the line. And he's held up. So he's tackled on the 6th tackle. That's going to be a turnover. That was a good job. That's a good defensive stop right there. That's what you want. So if you're Red Star Belgrade, you have to feel really good about how your defense bowed the back again, pinned the ears back, whatever you want to say, and really held out strong. Brings the ball back inside. And that's just a push right there. That's just poor job of getting up. So he's holding the runner down. They're not able to get that quick play of the ball. And now the ball is going to be kicked out, and we're going to get a good reset. So whenever you see the ball kicked forward, one of the things as you're an American watching that you can pay attention to kind of understand why they do that. Imagine if there's a penalty in football and it's like a 10-yard penalty and then they get a new first down. Well, that's the same concept here in rugby league. They take that ball, they kick it forward. That's the equivalent. They're kicking it however far they can, but that's the equivalent of a 10 or 15-yard penalty in a new set of downs kind of thing. Tackle one. Dedic picks the ball up, comes to the left side. Shregovic picks the ball out wide, cuts it back inside. Oh, looked a little bit on right there, like a little bit too much extracurricular. Sam Herron swings that ball. They got a good dummy run. Now they're out and running. Jack O'Brien's running. Jack O'Brien breaks loose. Sam Herron. Can we score before halftime? Monte Gaddis. Oh. Loses the ball. That's going to be a scrum down right there. Sam Herron, that was a great job. We saw Stefan Nikolic. He takes the ball. He gets it out to Jack O'Brien. Jack O'Brien gets it out to Sam Herron. Sam Herron continues on with that line break. Gets the ball offloaded to Monte Gaddis, and he's about a meter short. That's twice now. Red Star Belgrade in this half have been about a meter away and not able to score. That would have capitalized. That would have definitely put a dagger in the heart. Ball gets picked up out of the scrum, goes to the left. I got him up high. He called Sam. He's not. Is he going to go to the pocket? No, he's not. All right, so he's going to allow him to play on. He just got a little high. You can't go up around the neck and the shoulders like that. It's obviously dangerous dangerous for player welfare and everything else. So he's going to look to punt that ball out. A little bit of yardage. So they continue on with a break. They're going to get that new fresh set of downs, 6 downs right here, and let's see what they can get. One tackle in, ball comes out to the right side. Good contact made by all involved. 2 tackles in. Ball goes back to the left side. Four in, down to the right. They just continue to grind down that middle. That's their style, press through the middle. Red Star Belgrade has to probably think that they like that this is what they're trying to do, as they do break a little bit further loose right there. They've put pressure in on Red Star, but you have to like what's going on if you are Belgrade because of that. So if you're RSB, tries to get the grubber, ball bounces off. That's going to be a new set. Ball bounced off of a different player from the opposite team, so they're going to get that same turnover or same possession, 6 of them. Need 2 tackles. And that's halftime. That's halftime with a score of 18-6 coming to you from Belgrade, Serbia, and the second half is underway. Oh, Dorćol's going to get the ball. That was a bad bounce for Red Star Belgrade. They came out of the half complacent right there. They didn't get possession of their own ball, and now Dorćol's got it. 18-6. They're going to want to try to put a score on the board rather early if they can in this half to try to allow themselves to come back and stay in the game. Just got a little bit of annoyed by whatever was going on down there on the ground and decided to give it, so that's going to be that new set of 6. It's a good run-up, and it's a good hit. Everybody involved on that one made contact the way you want it. Another good one taken in there by a host of RSB guys. Strekovic, one of the guys tackled him down. Now they're out and running. That's Sam Herron now with the ball after a great offload. It's good contact. Good play forward. Ball's out to the left. So another turnover by Dorćol close into the try-zone. And now, like end zone as we would call it in the gridiron. And now the ball, they're out and running. Jack O'Brien breaks loose. He's through. He's through the gap. Continuing on, a good 30 meters, 40 meters. Offloads the ball. Oh, this is looking good. Oh, and they put the ball on the deck. Monte Gaddis makes the tackle. Milinkovic and Red Star Belgrade are not able to capitalize on that. They do push Dorćol back in, and with Dorćol's style, that's obviously going to play into RSB's advantage, but that's not good. Monte Gaddis making a couple tackles on this one, trying to take care of the set of 6 by himself. Coming forward, that same guy, he just puts the shoulder and the head down a little bit, runs in and says, I'm going to find contact, let's see what happens. Ball's up. They get under it. Oh, that's going to come off the Dorćol player. They almost did that. That's twice early in the half where the ball's gone up and Red Star has not claimed it in the air. Dorćol almost got it, but the ball bounced off of them. And now because of that, it's a knock on and it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be a scrum down for Red Star Belgrade to come out of this. Looks like they're probably going to try to work the right side of the field. And we'll see what we get out of it. Dedic is going to line up in the back of this. Let's see what the Serbian national team player does. He takes it out to the right side, moves it across, out to Monte Gaddis, makes a break, makes another break, sidestep, another sidestep, offloading the ball as he goes to the ground. That's a great play. Wings are working together right here. It's a quick play. The ball takes it out to the left side. Strekovic finds a gap, cuts it back, looks to offload. No, he dummies. He turns it in, and he's going to score. That is a terrible job by Dorćol and an excellent job by RSB to put more points on the board early in the second half, taking the score to 22-6. Wow. That's how rugby league is supposed to be played right there. I love that. So they came out of that scrum. Dedic sends it across. The ball gets into Monte Gaddis' hands. Sidesteps to the right, breaks a tackle. Sidesteps to the right again. And as he goes, he gets tripped up. And as he's going to the ground, he offloads the ball. The ball continues on with your wings. You see your 2 and your 5 working together and in perfect harmony. And they get it going. Absolutely wonderful. Ball gets a quick play. The ball goes back into the hands of Shrejkovic, who we've called his name a decent amount. So far, without a doubt, I'm looking at one of the second rowers and the loose forward. They've both done a phenomenal job controlling that middle, even though he was out where the centers would usually play, but controlling their own game, much less the other team's game. Lining up, this would take us to 24-6. And it's through. (24-6) your score now. With the style of play that Red Star Belgrade has been coming up with, you have to think at this point that they have a big advantage now. We're still early in the second half. It's not like the game is completely over, but they're doing a great job. As you look on at the rolling hills in the background here in Belgrade, Serbia, from the BASK Arena right here, beautiful ground. You're also going to notice that Red Star Belgrade is out and rolling, and it is moving all in their favor currently. Dorćol lines up for the kick. Thanks again, everybody, for checking in on this. You know, this game is brought to you, obviously, Red Star Belgrade's filming it. I want to give a big round of applause to Sports Rush for making this happen today. Go check them out, sportsrush.co.uk. And get in there and do some of the friendly competitive banter with you and your buddies in the unique leagues that Sports Rush offer. And you can see what you got as the ball moves from Dedic out over to Shrejkovic again. Apologies, that was not Shrejkovic actually. That was Manek. Ball goes forward. Good grinded out kind of play right there. Red Star's moving forward on the play. Dedic looks right, he looks left. He's really done a great job today. I said it earlier, and now I need to follow it back up as they break through again. They break through again. Oh, look at that. Peter Milanovic is through and scores the try. And just like that, we go from our excuse me, I apologize. I think I called it wrong earlier. Actually, it was 24-6 right there. That is going to take us, if the conversion happens, to 30-6. So I was wrong on my, I think I called it wrong, but that'll take it to 30-6 if we get this conversion. You have to think they will. Dotting down underneath, it should be a pretty easy conversion. Another great job getting out and running, and they're doing their thing. Let me go back to Dedic for just a second. Vladislav Dedic is one of the national team players for Serbia, and I really like what he's done. He's been a field marshal. He's known when to give it to the big guys, when to take it himself. He's known when to pass it out wide. He's known where to go out of the scrums. And defensively, he puts his head in there. He's not afraid to make contact. And I'm just really impressed. Lines it up, puts it over. Now we're sitting on that 30-6 score. Red Star Belgrade is really taking command of this game. All right, as we wait for this restart on the kickoff, we've got the score. I've already told you the score, 30-6 in favor right now of Red Star Belgrade over Dorćol. And yeah, this is just impressive so far. I told you earlier that running rugby league style, the expansive nature of Red Star Belgrade, I think a little bit this comes from the fact that you've got the experience of some of these national team players with their pedigree from Serbia. You've got the Australian Jack O'Brien. You've got the Scottish international. You're bringing in a completely different style with an American and Monte Gaddis, his body type and his running style, tackling capabilities. And then just because of those interjections, as the ball's kicked off and we go into our first hit up right there, what you're noticing is just the style that lends it to really, they can come in like they are right there with one of their backs. That's the young guy, that's Krstić right there. I'm very impressed by him. I think he's going to be something inside the Serbian setup as we go forward over the next couple of years as Zagovic takes the ball forward. Dedic lines up over it, but they've come inside on this series because they don't need to go outside. O'Brien with a cutback again, breaks it away again. He's up, he's out, he's moving. Offloads to the big guy, so they looked like they were going outside. They came back in. That's what I'm talking about. They're finding the gaps because you don't know where they're gonna attack. They're a dual threat offensive style team. O'Brien fakes the ball out to the left of Monte Gaddis, comes back. Sregovic sends the ball over to Nikolic. Did they drive him out, or did they just... No, they're going to say strip the ball from him, I believe is what they're going to call. Yeah, so they're going to say they just stripped the ball. So it looked like they were going to take him out, but they pulled the ball out of him when there were multiple guys on him. Obviously, like I said earlier, you cannot strip when it's that. So you're going to get a restart by Red Star Belgrade. We have a player for Dorćol over on the sideline. He's out of play, so play should keep going, but he is down. What's going on? They're holding it. He's not in the play. Looks like they're holding for the medical. Yeah, they're holding for the physio to get over here to check on him, but he's not in play. I'm not really sure why they're stopping play. This is one thing I love about rugby league, and you will too as you learn the game, is that you want to try to keep it minimal as possible from stopping. Ball's going to go in. Looks like he tried to put that ball on the ground and chop it through. Looked like he tried to grubber it through, but it didn't work. So it's going to be a turnover right there. Dorćol is going to have the ball. Dedic takes the right. They try to cut around to the left. They get around them. They get out there and run a little bit. Oh, he drops the ball. They're going to say that he swatted it out. Yeah, they say that he held him down. I don't know that he held him down that much, but I know that without a doubt when he was getting up, he definitely started to interfere. So I guess that's fair on the call. Dorćol's going to get the restart right here, try to run it right into him. They've got to have a sense of urgency that they just don't seem to have right now. It's almost complacency. They have to be looking at that scoreboard, and they have to know that they have to get out and they have to run a little bit more. But instead, they keep coming right in. Knock down Monte Gaddis decides he's going to have something to say about it. Little bowling ball guy right there for Dorćol. He's done a good job of bumping a couple of people off today. Now they're going to go into the tackles. Gets him by the ankles. Continuing to pound that ball down through the middle. That's a good strategy. It's a good style of play until you're down by so much. When you're down by 24 points, you need to be doing something other than pulling it through the middle. Looks like they're going to try to do that here, trying to offload the ball and swing it around a little bit. That is a terrible version of tackling right there. I don't know what that was, but that was not good. That ball's loose, and now they're out and running. See what they can get out of this one. They're going to get that ball close in. He loses it. They let him play. And it's a try. Nope, hold on. He's going to go over. They're going to confer. The refs are going to confer. I think they're going to say that they're going to, nope. No, he lost the ball. They're going to say he lost the ball. It's got to go Red Star's way. So he lost possession of the ball, and so they go from getting down the field finally, getting down there, to Red Star's got it again. RSB is going to set up to take this ball, put it in, and so far so good for them. The ball drops on the ground. Looked like it went backwards, but they're going to call Krstić for putting the ball down for a knock-on, so now it's going to go over. That's not what you want if you're Red Star Belgrade. You have that chance to just keep the ball, keep possession, run out that clock, and you turn it over again, and you give Dorćol a chance to score here. Ball's going to be picked up. Missed tackle. It's a full moon out in the middle of a sunshiny day. Yeah, apologies for those watching on TV. There's things that happen in life. The ball's going to go forward. They're going to stop him. They're going to hold him out right there. So far, they hold strong. It'll break. The scrum half's going to try to take. Sorry, the hooker's going to try to take it. I apologize right there. Sam Herron is going to get the ball, though he loses possession, and Red Star Belgrade, they got it again. Can they alleviate the pressure? Monte Gaddis coming forward. Going to try to find a gap. Strekovic takes that ball out, pops it out wide, finds a gap, looking to go through. Offload. Continuing to go. Look at that. It continues to break loose. They just don't seem to know how to tackle. When you try to tackle with just your arms and not your body, that's what happens. Dedic takes the ball, sings it out to Jack O'Brien. He fakes the comeback inside on the pass. Look at that. He's offloads finally. Oh, look at that. A great job of continuing to go through. They're down here. They have an opportunity to score here. Ball hits the deck. Looks like they were holding him. It looks like he had him around and just holding him down. And they put the ball on the deck. The ball's going over to Dorćol. Wow. Nope, now they're giving the ball to Red Star? No, okay, they're giving the ball to Dorćol. Really taking their time here. If you're Red Star Belgrade, you have to enjoy this break in the action. If you're Dorćol, you shouldn't. Tackle made. Ball's rolled under, picked up, coming right back into the tackle. They're playing into the hands of RSB at the moment. So if you're a fan of the team in red and white, then you got to be really excited about this. Good tackle made. It's another good wrap-up tackle by the American right there, Monte Gaddis. Got plenty of room to run. See how kind of yardage you can get. He's got a decent amount of meters gained, almost back to the halfway line already. So that's the kind of set you want to start with right there. You get six chances to go at it, and you've already made it to where you want to be. Two tackles in. Dedic takes the ball over to the left side. Three in. Here we go. Nikolic still gets more yardage right there. 4 tackles down. Dedic swings it over. Jack O'Brien finds it. Finds the gap. Finds one of the good the good options out there wide. It's 5 tackles. This is going to be the last one. Last tackle, grubbers it through, looks for something, doesn't find it. Dorćol's got the ball. Let's see what they do with it. They cut it back inside. He had the outside. Now he does get back to the outside. trying to be a bit of a pest on the run right there. Curse is just holding on. That's just poor defense right there. That's not a smart move. He's setting it up, and he's just allowing Dorćol to get easy field advantage. I say field advantage, just more field, I guess you'd say more pressure released, if you will, from being back deep. That's just a young player not knowing when to release. That's okay. It comes with time. I still think you're going to see him featuring in the future. Score 30-6 on the board. Dorćol's going to have to start playing with some unbelievable sense of urgency if they're going to try to make a comeback. Or if they resign themselves to a loss. Red Star Belgrade feels good about their chances to go ahead and finish this one out with a win and continue their march forward as they're going to try to push, become Serbian Balkan Super League champs, a little bit of everything. The future is bright for the red and white. It's like a player down. I think he lost his breath. I think he got hit right there in the ribs and the lungs and all that. And it looks like he knocked the breath out of him. They're trying to take his headpiece off to give him a little bit of breathing room. Physios both out for both teams. Now they tell the players to back up. Physio's out there to check him out. Let's hope he's okay. It looks like he just got picked up, and how he got dumped, he just kind of ended up with the breath getting knocked out of him. Breaking the action, but he's up, he's moving, he's getting some water. That's good camaraderie. That's good sportsmanship right there. You'll notice Srećković is helping him walk off the field right there, just giving him the hand. You know, we're playing a serious game, a contact game, a game of aggression, a game of toughness and grit and just all things strong. But in those moments like that, you want to make sure that the competitor that you've been going against all day is okay so he can continue on his fight inside the sport. Tackle made. So kick, it looked like it came up. It did. It came right off the hand of Red Star Belgrade's Krstić right there. So a mistake made. Couple mistakes made by the young guy. Still overall a good player. But now Dorćol is going to have the ball back with that new set of downs right here. 6 chances to get in from a decent setup. Now the calling card for them today has been the mistakes they've made, and they haven't been able to make those critical, well, they've made critical errors. They haven't made the critical moves to be able to get in. So you have to think that they're going to try to do something with a score 30-6 right now in favor of RSB. I'm not real sure what's going on there. I think Srećković was trying to see if he could just manhandle the ball and pop it. Gang tackle. Red Star Belgrade retreats their 10. Dorćol hopes to put them on their back foot as they come forward. Tackle made. Ball's out of the left. Is he going to get over? over. Are they going to call him down? What do they got? It's going to be just short. The ball gets swatted down. Yeah, got swatted down. All right. Looked like he tried to offload it in a Red Star Belgrade player hand. I couldn't see which one. Hand came in and knocked the ball down. And so it's going to be Dorćol in another scrum. Again, clock's not working in their favor, but the ball's going to be down, and they're going to get the opportunity to put it in and see what they get. Ball's picked up. Loose forward's going to take it into that first tackle. Red Star retreats, holding the line. Second tackle is going to be made. Just a couple meters outside of scoring. Mid-tracking by the dummy half. And he's not going to make it. 3 tackles down. Red Star looks to be a little bit loose, but they're coming to the left side. Going to get that ball over. The ball out wide. A mistake made. Nope, they hold on to the ball. Ball pops out. RSB again. Another mistake made inside of 5 meters. The ref's going to have a conversation real fast with Dedic, who definitely has had a couple times when he's just decided, I'm not really in the mood to talk other than loudly, and the ref who's decided, I don't really want to hear loud talking. So it's kind of been an interesting play between the two of them a couple times a day. I love how Dedic takes his headgear off every time he makes a point. So he's got some heat he's got to get out from the top. Whoop, a little slip, comes back. Cut in, first tackle. It's a heck of a quick play the ball. Oh, that doesn't look good. Dedic makes a cut, and one of the players that looked like he was trying to make a run on for RSB goes down. We got a little bit of a break in the action. That's nasty. All right, and as we leap forward right there, they're going to help the young man off the field. Looked like it was a nasty knee injury of some sort. It just knee buckled or something happened right there, and that's not good. All right, his play starts over. Go into what I believe is the second tackle. Heron looks to get out and run. Back up to that halfway point almost. 5 meters short. Dedic takes the ball. Hope he's going to put it forward. Puts it back there, but it's going to trickle out the back of the try zone. So it's going to give Dorćol a chance to bring the ball up, tap and go. It was a good idea by Dedic to try to put him back there, really pin him in, but it just is not going to work out the way that they thought necessarily that would. Here's your tap. Here's your go right into it. Looks like he wasn't real sure if he wanted to come forward or not. So if that ball goes out like that, you'll notice they'll run up that 20-meter line. They'll tap a foot and they'll keep on going. Now they're out and running again. Dorćol makes it a little bit. The bowling ball is out and moving. This will be the third tackle. That's 3 tackles right there. That's really good field gaining right there. 4 tackles in, just short. They've been down here before. Are we going to get deja vu all over again, or are we finally going to get a try by Dorćol? Bring the ball over. This will be the 5th tackle. Oh, just holds him up over the try zone. Keeps him out of the whitewash. Ball comes across. Oh, great interception. Great interception by Nikolic. You read that defensively. That was just a genius play. He saw him. He knew he was coming out to the left. He took a beat. He took a chance, and it paid off. Great job. O'Brien takes ball left side, offloads the Heron, who puts the ball on the floor. Drops the ball. It is early in the season. There's been a lot of mistakes made when it comes to holding on to the ball today. Now, I do think a lot of that comes from nerves. It comes from a rivalry. It comes from, like I said, early in the season. But that's something that both teams are going to want to improve as the year goes along. Thanks for checking in on this game. Sports Rush is one of the ones that's putting this on and helping out. You can check out the Red Star Belgrade Unique League at sportsrush.co.uk and really get on board with what they're doing. I love what they do. I love the competitiveness of being able to go against your buds and see what they can do and what you can do. And it's a break loose, and I'll tell you what they can do. Dorćol can finally put some points on the board since early in the first half. Breakaway, a couple of arm tackles. When you're not tackling with the body, that's what you're getting. That's going to take the score currently 30-10 in favor of RSB. But they took the foot off the accelerator for just a second, and Dorćol put it on theirs. As we get ready for the conversion right here, I want to go ahead and take just a couple quick seconds. So, like we've talked about, remember, from that American standpoint, you've been watching the game. Remember, possession, 6 downs, and you have to score. 4 downs, obviously, in our gridiron, and you have to get a first down. So that's a big difference. Excuse me. You'll basically get that punt. You'll notice as they get tackled, they try to get up as quick as they can, set the ball down, and keep the play going. That's going to be like that 2-minute offense in American football. It's going to be that Oregon Ducks style, that just fast, blazing, quick speed, run and shoot, old run and gun style of the Florida Gators back in the 90s. And that's what they're going for, is to try to play it as quick as possible. That's what makes the game of rugby league so much fun to watch. You know that it's all about trying to get out there, entertainment value for the fans, which is exactly what I'm hoping you're getting right now. You're trying to see a game where you don't want to look away, because if you look away, you could see something you weren't expecting to see or you've never seen before. A mistake made. A mistake made. A mistake is made, and they pay for it. Wow. Is he going to call it? He's going to. That's a try. Dorćol is upset. They are not happy. They should not be happy with themselves, and that's it. Red Star puts the ball, so Dorćol just scores. They just score, and after they score, Dorćol comes back. They make a mistake. I don't know if they were both talking and saying they had it, or neither one of them wanted to admit that they could take it, and instead the ball bounces, hits. They're not sure what to do. Red Star Belgrade picks it up, scores, makes it 34-12. So right after Dorćol scores and has to feel good about that, 34-12, and now you have to know that they've got the win. They've got it in the bag now at this point. Critical mistake made. They jump all over it. That's what a championship level team does, is that when a team makes a mistake, they capitalize. And if you're Red Star Belgrade and you're trying to move forward through 2018 and you're trying to see if you can lift that championship trophy, that's the kind of way that you're going to do it. And he missed. Wow, a rare miss from the tee today. Haven't really seen that from Red Star. Well, actually, we have not seen that from RSB. 34-12 currently in the game right now on a gorgeous day for the sport. A gorgeous day here in Serbia. You gotta love it. Those of you who may have come in late to this and just started to pay attention, or maybe you decided to turn up the volume and listen to my annoying voice, this is Nate Gladden, and I'm super excited to be here to be bringing you this game between Red Star Belgrade and Dorćol from right here in Belgrade, Serbia at the BASK Arena. And just a beautiful ground, and it's really been a fun one to watch. You know, I love the views. I love everything about the fact of what is going on here in Serbia in the sport of rugby league as it continues to grow even bigger and even better. And you've been in for a treat today. Bit of a tip tackle right there. Lifted his legs up high. That's a bit dangerous. So it was the tip, and he is going to get the penalty. RSB is going to try to get this kick, tap it. They got a little bit of extra field position, and now they go forward. Break a tackle, able to take them down, a host of them. Nothing really on that, just having a little bit of fun right there. Two guys getting a little linked up in the legs. Woo, almost lost that one right there. There's a good job, Nikolic, by just holding on to the ball and not losing it right there. Messed around a little bit, doesn't like what he sees. So because of that, the tap and go on the set of 6. So a couple times now the ref needed to get back himself. Come on, boys, let's get the game underway. Here we go. Looks for the breakthrough. That's Zagovic, national team player for Serbia. Ball goes out to Jack O'Brien, cuts it back in. Looks like he's got a gap. Nope, he's going to send it out wide. They're holding him up right now. He's not going to be able to make it in. They held him up. You don't want to wait. You want to play it, and instead they're going to knock him out. You got to keep your head about you. You got to keep your head about you. If you're Milinkovic, you got to keep your head and realize play the dang ball and don't wait right there. You're giving your team a disadvantage. Now the ball is going to be scrummed down to Dorćol. He's going to come in. He's going to run into a couple of the red wall right there. They take him down. As they move forward, the score 34-12 in favor of Red Star Belgrade. A couple of guys in there on the tackle. Ball comes over to the left side. Strejkovic was in on that. Monte Gaddis was in on that. Sam Heron and Jack O'Brien are in on this. Ball comes to the left. The kick. Ball's up. Ball's bouncing around. Red Star is going to hold on to it, though. Strabak's going to get the ball before Dedic comes to the right side. Milinkovic again puts the ball down. He's got some good size on him right there. Dedic comes back to the left, fakes to the right, goes to the left, cuts back in. Oh, tries to offload the ball. That was not a smart play right there. Just a poorly planned play. So that was just a bit of an error right there. Just a quick mental lapse, and now the ball is going to come in by Dorćol right here. Picked up quickly. Try to wrap around the side of that scrum again. Gets about 10 meters. Quick play the ball. Out to the right side. 2 tackles in. Going into the third one. 3 tackles down. Looks to his left side. Looks to see what he's got. Play the ball comes through. Comes over here. 4 tackles in. About 17 or 18 meters out. Ooh, almost drops the ball right there. Gets the ball, brings it back. Cuts it in. Breaks loose. Last tackle coming forward. Grubber's through. Grubber's through to himself. Nobody's there to stop him. Look at that. Nobody's there to stop the fullback from Dorćol. And he scores right here. That's going to take the score to 34-16 currently. A couple of exhausted Red Star Belgrade players right there. RSB, both teams suck and win. They're definitely tired. It's late. I mean, it's come to the end of the game. Dorćol's going to put some points on the board right here. Make it 34-16. They're out of range to win the game, but they're still fighting with pride to keep going forward. A couple of players absolutely winded. I hope you've enjoyed this game so far today. I really have. I've enjoyed being here with you guys, RSB and Dorćol. Again, as the game gets ready to come to an end, does convert it 34-18 on the scoreboard, and that is the final whistle. Final score 34-18. Like I said, you've been watching the game from here in Belgrade, Serbia. You've been watching Red Star Belgrade. You've been watching Dorćol, and you've been listening to me go on for the last little bit. I really do appreciate you coming in. An excellent show put on by 2 teams early in the season. As 2018 goes forward, you have to think both of these teams, especially RSB, has a chance to claim that title at the end of the season. It's been a great day for running rugby league. It's been a good day for contact, a great day for camaraderie and gamesmanship, and I just appreciate both teams putting themselves on the line and giving you a heck of a game. Thank you again so much for watching. Check out sportsrush.co.uk and really thank them as well. You can check out the unique leagues they have all over and follow along with Red Star Belgrade as we go through this exciting year that is Rugby League in 2018. Signing off, I'm Nate Gladden. I've had so much fun. Thank you very much.